Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. If you're new, this is your first time, thank you very much for stopping by. So 3 days ago I was scrolling through my Facebook page and I saw a very sad story. I saw a picture of a baby, a 5 or 6 months old baby. So there was a before and there was an after photo of the baby. And the before photo, the baby was looking very chubby, the baby was looking very healthy, the baby was looking, very okay. But the after photo, I couldn't recognize that it was the same baby. The baby was looking so malnourished, almost like a skeleton. Like the baby was starved to a point that it was just skin and bone. It was a horrible picture. I decided to follow the story, and this girl, the mother of the child, came to Facebook and was crying that the madam said that she owed 5 million naira, and if she doesn't pay the money, that she will not release the child. So the madam seized the child from her. So that was the story, the first story on Facebook. The following day, the person that posted the story was like, he shared the number of the madam and asked people to start calling or harassing the madam, which I don't think was even necessary. The best thing at that point was to involve, security officers, the police officers, and that's what they eventually did, and I was happy they did that. So the baby died, the following day. The security officers, got involved in the whole thing. The lady was arrested, the husband was arrested, and the mother of the child was also in the police custody. They interviewed the host of the mother of the child, being Madam Tina. So Madam Tina and her husband were the ones that Chichi alleged that they seized the baby from her in order for her to pay back a loan of 5 million naira. Then the whole thing turned, Initially, people were blaming the woman, this Madam Tina, were cursing her out. But after the interview, and some people started, switching sides. So that's what I want to talk about. That is the essence of this video. Why are we trying to exonerate this woman from what happened to that baby? A baby that was in her care for 5 months, under her roof. And this child is 18 years. The mother of the child is 18 years. She was in the village. The husband came and carried her while pregnant to come and do house girl work. So this Madam Tina also has a baby and needed someone to take care of her babies. And the husband went to pick her. He said he had somebody else he wanted to pick, but whether the girl begged. And the husband picked her. And on picking her, knew that she was pregnant and that she was concealing the pregnancy from her people. That is the second thing I knew, that those couples are crazy. You're helping a teenager to conceal pregnancy and you're bringing her under your roof. What if something happened to her? I don't just understand how people, think or behave. The girl, Chichi, being the mother of the child, she's a teenage mother, said that she didn't want her uncle to know. The girl is actually an orphan, so I think she was under the custody of her uncle. So she didn't want her uncle to know that she was pregnant. And you carried her like that to Lagos to come and do house girl, a pregnant teenager, to come and do house girl work for you. And you also helped her to conceal the pregnancy from her own people. That was the first thing I noticed in that story. Another thing I noticed from that story, after giving birth to the child, the mother seemed disinterested in the child. She wasn't concerned about the child, because according to the story, after a month or two, she said she wanted to go and write the exam in the village, which was on July 11th. So she traveled at the month and said her father to come and write the WAEC, and the couple agreed, for her to go and write the WAEC. So the child seemed like, she's a teenage mother, probably she had dreams and all that, and this thing came. So it was obvious that this girl was not interested in that child at all. And you, as a guardian that has seen, because when they were interviewing them, they said she didn't breastfeed the child, she didn't do this, she didn't do that. When you saw that the mother was not interested in the child, what step did you take to ensure that that child is properly fed? How can a child be under your custody and is looking like that? You say you don't have time, you're going to work every day, and you have another baby in the house. Your baby is growing chubby and fat, whereas that one is looking like that. I'm not trying to exonerate the mother here, but I don't want us to to just make it seem as if that woman is entirely innocent. Because if you dig holes into the story, you see that she actually maltreated that girl, the mother of the child, telling her to go buy stuff around 2 a.m. And even a neighbor of hers, was also among the witness that was interviewed by Punch. And she collaborated with the story the little girl, told. So it's a very sad situation. It's terrible. So we cannot exonerate this woman because of the mother's foolishness. That mother is 18 years. She's young. She had no guardian. She has no mother. So I would think that this Madam Tina is supposed to assume the role of the mother, being that the girl is now in her custody. And the girl too is a very stubborn girl, saying that she wants to go and work. According to the story, that she was going to brothels to work. I don't know how true it is. But then, when this woman saw that the baby was almost dying, that's when she involved the services of a nurse. And just look at it, that baby died just like that. That baby died of starvation, according to the autopsy. A child under your care, a child in your own house died of starvation, whereas you have another baby in there. So there are so many things they would have done to, to keep that boy alive up to today. One, they could have informed the uncle of this child that she has a baby and all that, and then they will arrange a way for them to bring the baby to the village. So involving the family of the mother of the child would have been a very good way, to solve this problem. To involve the police, although they said that they informed the police, but after that, what next? So after informing the police, there are government agencies that can handle this kind of situation. Did they report to any government agency? Why was that child still in their care when they knew that they would not be able to cater for that child? Why did they allow that child to be in their care when they knew that they would not feed that child? There were reports from neighbors that she was keeping the baby naked on tiled floor, locking the baby in. So it's not about the mother alone. This child was under somebody's care. An 18-year-old child that went to give birth to another child clearly didn't want the child because, according to the story, she wanted to abort the pregnancy. And then after the pregnancy, she left the child, abandoned the child. As I'm talking to you, she doesn't even know the father of the child. What do you expect from that kind of baby? What do you expect from that kind of mother? Do you expect her to act responsibly? So if you, as an older person, the child is in your care, what could you have done to ensure that that child was okay? You just abandoned the child like that, and you were comfortable until the child looked like this. And even when I was listening to that story, there was so much cut and join. The lady was asking her, so how come the child was starved? She said it's the mother. The mother did not like that. She has fought with the mother severally. You have fought with the mother severally because of a child that is starving. What did you do to ensure that that child was okay? Why was that child still in your custody? There are orphanage homes everywhere. That child suffered a terrible death. The child suffered so much and died a very terrible death. He did not even have the chance to enjoy life at all. A child died of starvation in your own house. Nobody should exonerate that woman. She is also culpable, very, very culpable, as much as the mother of the child. Then at the end of the interview, they asked, what do you have to say? Do you have any other thing to say? And the only thing she was concerned about was her present condition. I did not hear anything about feeling pity that the child was dead or demanding for justice or anything like that. Both from the mother and the madam. The mother said she needed help, she needed a job. She did not talk about justice for the child. And the mother's story, it's obvious that there were a lot of loopholes, because first she said the madam said she was owing 400,000. She said the madam said 5 million. 4 million, so many figures were coming out from her mouth. That on the same interview, she wasn't able to look at the camera, which shows that she was lying, and there was no remorse. I didn't see much remorse from her, someone that just lost her child. So it's obvious that this girl did not even want the child. It's like I feel it's even a relief for her that the child is dead. And for the woman, she feels that she is innocent, that she did not do anything, that she just brought a child to come and to Lagos, and that she had signs that the child was going to give her problem. That is nonsense. That woman is also very culpable in the death of that child. And I pray and I hope that justice will be served. Whoever is responsible, directly or indirectly, for that death of that child should be served justice. Justice should be served. It's such a sad story. What is the world turning into? How can you see a baby in that condition and you're so hardened because the mother is you don't have good relationship with the mother? Something you cannot do to your own child or your sister's child. So look at the picture of the baby. Just look at it. You can imagine what this baby went through. You can imagine the pain this baby went through just because of food that was readily available, either through breast milk or whatever. How much do children eat? Their food is very, very small. So why starve a child to the point that this child is dying of starvation? Nobody should exonerate that woman. She is also very, very guilty. May the soul of chidumbem rest in peace. This is such a sad story. Thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. I'll see you next time. Stay blessed. Bye.